Hey guys, it's Harmony here, and I am going to be letting you guys in on a little tip that I think is like miracle tip. Um, some people might disagree with me, but I'm pretty passionate about it, and that I've been doing this pregnancy, and it's super easy to do. It doesn't cost anything, and that's drink more water. Boom. Now, I know a lot of you probably say I do drink a lot of water already, because I know most midwives recommend, or doctors recommend, like 8 to 10 glasses of water, or I think it's 90 ounces if you're pregnant, which is already a lot of water. But I have found during my pregnancy that that's not nearly enough. Believe it or not. I know. I started out, and drinking 90 ounces at the beginning was extremely hard, but I wanted to keep from having stretch marks. And I had heard from someone, one of my friends who'd been pregnant, that she'd heard that drinking a lot of water will help with stretch marks. And I was like, okay, well, I really don't want stretch marks, so I'm going to try and start drinking more water. I started out trying to do the 90 ounces. First of all, at the first month, it was super hard, but as time progressed, it got easier, and eventually it got to the point where I was kind of gauging how much I needed to drink. I know this is maybe too much information, but based on how often I needed to pee, and then you can tell how dehydrated you are based on the color of your urine. So if it's very dark, you know that you are dehydrated, and if it is, the lighter it is, the more hydrated you are. So I started using that as a measurement. Interestingly enough, as we got into the summer, I found out that 90 ounces was not even close enough to keep me hydrated based on those qualifications. And I started feeling like I was putting on water weight, and you could, feel the swelling and stuff. And so I was like, well, maybe, they say that water weight will help come off if you drink more water. So then I upped my water intake. During this summer, I've actually upped my water intake during pregnancy up to 180 ounces of water. I know that sounds like a massive amount, but it actually is not hard to drink if you just measure it out and you do it throughout the day. And I'm at the point now where, honestly, drinking less than that, I'm actually where I almost want to drink more than that. And I think I've gone closer to 200 ounces of water the last couple of days. I've just been really thirsty. But I guess here's my thing to say. I have a lot of other pregnant friends right now who are dealing with a lot of different pregnancy related issues. And maybe that this is not true and I'm just making all this up, but I really believe that water has made a massive, massive difference in my pregnancy, which includes I'm 36 weeks now. Now, I have tried to eat a healthy diet, maintain my protein, watch my weight, things like that. So I know that plays into it, but I really think that water has made a massive, massive impact on this in terms of, say, like edema. So I've almost had no swelling, and that's pretty impressive because I live in Texas, and it is like 100 every day here in the summer, and it's miserable and hot, and that's prime place for your body to swell and have water retention. And I have yet to have any. I really have not dealt with it, but then again, I drink a lot of water, and I think it flushes it out of my system. Another thing that I noticed when I suddenly started upping my water intake, so I was drinking 90 ounces, but then I was like, I don't think I'm drinking enough. I still feel dehydrated. I'm noticing that I'm putting on some water weight, just a little bit or whatever, so I started upping my intake of water. And lo and behold, one of the other things that came about from doing that is my round ligament pain went away, like almost completely. So for the first few weeks that I started showing, so 22 to 25 weeks, I was having some pretty significant round ligament pain down here in my belly. And when I started drinking my water, since then, it's been another 2 months or more, and I've had very mild round ligament pain. I don't know. Maybe that's just a coincidence, but I really don't think it is. I think that I could see a direct correlation with the water. Along with that, I have just a few little stretch marks, but they're not even stretch marks. They're old stretch marks that I got during puberty. They've just like the tips of them have turned red. There's like 2 or 3 that I have, but aside from that, again, I'm 36 weeks and haven't had any stretch marks. Which all of my family, I have my mom and all 4 of my other sisters, they've all had pretty significant stretch marks from their pregnancies. And I've managed to, at least so far, again, I don't know if that's going to just be me, knock on wood, hopefully, it'll stay that way. And I've also done other things like bio oil and, trying to keep my belly and other areas moisturized, because I know that's part of it too. So yes, along with I haven't had any edema or swelling. I have been able to stay active. I haven't had round ligament pain. I haven't had really bad stretch marks. I feel pretty good most of the time. A lot of the time, I don't even feel super pregnant, honestly. And it's just been a lot of really, I feel, positive things from drinking this much water. Again, I guess there could be some people who would argue with me that was just all coincidence, but I saw these things happen after I upped my water intake. So I see a direct correlation, and I really think that it is actually something that happens when you drink your water. You're replenishing your body. You're washing out the toxins. You're washing out the salt that you're taking. And I think, of course, you have to do it with a healthy diet and everything. But I am a massive proponent for drinking a lot of water during pregnancy. And again, a lot of people think it's super hard, but it's not. If you think to yourself, I don't know how I'm supposed to do that, it's going to be hard to measure. There's a couple of things I have done. Now, a quart, if you want to use a glass quart, it's 30 ounces. So if you had 6 of those a day, you'd be good with that. I have used a Trente Starbucks cup because I am a massive Starbucks fan. So I go to Starbucks all the time. And I just carry with me. I'll grab it here. I'll show you. Carry this with me pretty much everywhere. That's a Trente. Don't get the Venti. The Venti is only 24 Venti. It's only 24 ounces. This is a 32 or a 33 ounce cup of water. And I drink about 6 of these a day. So I get up, I drink one. I drink another one sometime between then and noon, and then I drink one after lunch. Drink one in the afternoon. Drink one around dinner time or after dinner. Drink one in the evening. And you can get it in. You just have to know what you're doing, and you just take it with you everywhere so that you don't ever have an excuse. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I really, really believe in this. I would love for some other pregnant women to try this and let me know if they had similar results. I kind of think of it as like a little bit of a magic thing, but then it's just me, and I'm just giving my experience. So, I can't guarantee that it's going to work for anyone, but I would love to hear from other mothers that maybe have tried similar things or want to try and see if it actually works. Unfortunately, and this is what the second thing I'm going to talk about is, as much as I love water, there are some things that apparently it doesn't help. And one of those things is turning your baby. So I'm 36 weeks as of yesterday, and my son has been Breech since what we think 28 weeks. And I have literally done everything in the book to try and get him to turn. This includes spinning babies, exercises, inversions, standing on my head in the pool, listening to, putting music at my pubic bone, putting ice packs on their head. No, it doesn't hurt them, but it makes them uncomfortable and will help them move. I even tried an external version once outside of the hospital, and it didn't work. His heart rate fell. And then just several days ago, I tried again with in the hospital, and they took an x-ray, and when they took it, they found that he was in a really funky position with one arm like back behind his head, and the doctor said he wouldn't even attempt the version because he could break the baby's arm. So my son is still very, very Breech, and I am at this point preparing now. I'm a naturalist. I have very, very strong feelings about doing birth naturally. I've been going through with the midwife. I was planning to do a natural birth at a birth center, but all of these things have kind of had to change because of his being in a breech position. My care provider, my midwife with Edenway Birth Center, have told me that they don't think that they can do the birth there. And so I'm going to have to go to birth in a hospital. Most hospitals and most doctors refuse to even handle breech births naturally. They will just automatically schedule you for a C-section. Again, I am of the opinion that your bodies are able to do this. And unless it's an emergency, I don't want to have a C-section. If my son's life is on the line, that's one thing. But aside from that, I really do believe that my body is capable of doing this. As such, I have gotten in contact with Dr. Frederick Cummings, and he is a doctor who works in Denton with Texas Health Presbyterian Hospital, and he is renowned for being an amazing natural OB. Like, he's very naturally, he's birthed 25,000 babies, and 3,000 of those were breeches. He's the only doctor anywhere in this area that will even attempt a breech birth that naturally, vaginal breech birth. And he has amazing reviews, and I've only heard good things about him. And so, Louie and I, my husband, have made the decision that we are going to, unless a miracle happens and my son decides to turn on his own, we are going to be birthing in the hospital at Texas Presbyterian Health, and we are going to do it natural. We're going to have a natural vaginal breech birth with Dr. Cummings. And so for the next few videos, and I guess from here on out, unless something happens, I'm going to try and make a video vlog and also maybe blog about this. About, first of all, my experience with working with Dr. Cummings, because he is kind of renowned for what he does, and show people, hopefully, again, I can't guarantee it, but I would really like to make birth as natural as possible and show people that you can even do breech babies naturally. You don't have to have a C-section. Again, I can't guarantee that that's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen with my baby. And if something is life-threatening, we will have to move to the C-section. But at this point, we have every intention of going through the labor process and the birth process naturally, but we will be in a hospital setting just in case, because it is going to be a high-risk birth. So, if you guys want to watch this new little section of my journey, I probably will be a lot better at updating this, because it's going to be something that's going to be very much on my mind a lot. This is not what I expected. I was expecting a normal birth in the birth center and with a head down baby. But you know what? Sometimes life gives you some experiences that you didn't expect. And I'm a little scared, but at the same time, I'm excited, and I'm excited to see how this goes, and I'm excited to meet my son. And I believe in my body's ability to do this, and I will keep you guys updated. If you want to watch, again, subscribe, follow, come with me on this adventure. And maybe if you're a pregnant mom who has a breech baby, you'll get to see this whole adventure, and maybe it'll be something that makes you decide you want to try it as well. Or not, I don't know. But again, let me know. Please comment. Tell me if you've ever tried the whole water thing and what your experiences were. Or if you just want to try, let me know. I thank you guys for watching, and I guess my next video will probably be a lot sooner than this one. There'll probably be a lot less of a break, and you get to go with me on this whole labor and birth, a breech baby naturally. All right, bye guys.